Want to create a Dark Souls 3 style level up menu for your RPG? In this tutorial, we'll design a fully functional level up menu, allowing players to invest experience points into attributes like Vigor, Strength, and Endurance. This system will be intuitive, flexible, and fully integrated with the gameplay ability system and Souls character component we created in previous tutorial, ensuring smooth character progression. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a fully interactive leveling system that brings depth and customization to your RPG. Let's dive in. First, let's import UI widgets that I have created for this tutorial. You can find link to download them in video description. Unzip this empty project and migrate soulslike folder to your project. Then you need to create some gameplay ability system helper functions. You can find link to full C++ code in the video description. All you need is to create new blueprint function library class and copy the code in it. Now we can start with integrating level up menu with Souls character component. First, create new custom event. Name it Open Level Up Menu. Here we should create Level Up Menu widget and add it to the viewport. Additionally, you should pause the game and set mouse cursor visible. Now create another custom event. Name it, Close Level Up Menu. Here we will remove Level Up menu from viewport using function remove from parent. Also, we will unpause the game and hide mouse cursor. These two functions are similar to those we created for toggling game menu in some of the previous tutorials. Now we need to expose Open Level Up menu functionality to the player. If you remember Dark Souls games, there is one NPC called Firekeeper that players can interact with in order to level up. Let's create the same logic here. Create new blueprint as child of BP, NPC. Name it, BP, Firekeeper. I'm going to set Quinn as character mesh. Also, I'll use Quinn animation blueprint since this NPC is almost fully static in the game. So he doesn't need to use motion matching on it. Simple animation blueprint will be enough. To make Firekeeper interactable, we just need to implement interactable interface. That is the interface we created before, in first inventory tutorial. Now we need to implement these functions. Start with allow interaction. Here simple return true. Get interact text function is used to write text in interact widget. So this is something that will be printed on screen. At the end, implement interact event. Simply try to find Souls character component on provided actor. If component is valid, call Open Level Up menu. One more thing we need to add in order to support interaction is sphere collision. Now drag Firekeeper actor to the level. If you try to play game now, you will receive an error that level up menu widget cannot be compiled. First, we need to fix it. Find function load base attributes. Here we need to change key type in base attributes input parameter. It should be gameplay attribute struct. Now you will need to recreate some of these nodes again. Here we are searching for Soul's attribute widget reference. This is something that has also crashed when I migrated UI widgets from my project to an empty Unreal project. Let's fix this too. Go to Event Graph and find Function Set Attribute Widgets map. Here we are populating one internal map of widgets. For map key, we should use gameplay attribute struct. Now go back to function load base attributes. Use new map variable we have just created. Now you can play the game without errors. When player is in Firekeeper interaction area, you should see level up label. When interacting with the Firekeeper, level up menu is shown. However, player attributes data is not correct. Let's start fixing this. In level up menu widget, find event on closed button clicked. Here we should call function close level up menu from Soul's character component. Next, find Construct Event. This is the place where we should load all initial attribute values when menu is opened. Start with Character Level. Next, we should set souls. At the end, we should use function load base attributes to show the correct values for all the attributes our player has. However, this function requires a map of gameplay attributes' current values. To provide this map, we need to create new function in Soul's character component blueprint. Here we are going to use one of the gameplay ability system helper functions we defined at the beginning of this tutorial. Now go back to Level Up menu and use function Get Base Attributes from Soul's character component. As you can see, all the stats are having correct values now. Next, we need to provide correct list of Soul's attributes with corresponding levels. Also, you may notice that game is not unpaused when Level Up menu is closed. This is because I just copied nodes from Event Open Level Up menu and forgot to change them. Now, let's fix attribute list to show attributes from Soul's character component. Open Soul's attribute list widget. Here simply clear all existing widgets from attribute list vertical box and add one Soul's attribute widget for each attribute in Soul's character component. Additionally, you will need to create one function that will map Soul's attribute struct to attribute view model that is expected by widget. Let's test this. We are expecting to see only two attributes, Vigor and Attunement. Both are at level 1. As you can see, attribute list is correct now. Next thing we need to fix is preview functionality that should visualize how some attribute change affects base attributes. Although is it possible to create preview function in blueprints only, it will be easier to do this in C++. Go to Visual Studio and open Soul's character component header file. define new blueprint callable function for preview attribute update. Also, define one private function for merging two maps of gameplay attributes. We will need this functionality in multiple places. I'm going to start with implementation for merge function. Here we will merge two maps by summarizing corresponding attribute values from both. Now implement function preview attribute change. Here we should go through attribute name level map and preview base attributes using new attribute level. To preview attribute effect, we are going to use function from gameplay ability system helper we created at the beginning of this tutorial. Now with C++ function in place, we will create new function and blueprint component. Here we are going to call preview attribute change. We have this two parameters. Also, we need to send base attribute effect. For this, I'm going to create new variable and make it instance editable. Now go to Level Up menu widget. Find events on Souls attribute level up and on Souls attribute level down. Here you should see preview function. Open it. You will find no implementation. Here we are going to call preview character update function from Souls character component. For new level, we will send new level value from level widget. For attribute name level map use function get current attribute levels. Now we need to update attribute widgets. Go to the function load base attributes. Copy whole implementation and paste it at the end of preview function. Only difference here is that we need to update just new level. Before we test this, make sure to open Souls Player Blueprint and set default attribute effect for Souls character component. Here you should use Souls character attributes gameplay effect. Now we can test preview functionality. As you can see, when some attribute level is changed, player can see what base attributes will be affected by that change. Last thing we need to do is to implement confirm button so character is actually updated when player clicks on it. Go back to level up menu widget. Find event on confirm button clicked. Here we will call existing level up function from Souls character component. For old and new character level, send data from level attribute widget. For Souls use function, get used souls. For attribute level map use function, get current attribute levels. At the end, call reload functions for Souls attributes and level up menu widgets. This will ensure that menu is updated when character is leveled up. Now you should have fully functional level up menu. You can change individual attributes, preview how this change will affect player stats, and make the change by clicking on confirmation button. However, new values are not stored on disk, so restarting the game will return values to its defaults. That is something we will fix in next episode. Additionally, when you insert new attributes in Souls character component, level up menu will automatically show them. There is no extra changes needed. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss next one. Special thanks for my Patreon supporters. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.